Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Black Dog Sports Podcast. Today, we have another From the Dog's Mouth for you all, this time featuring Mississippi State alum at this point, Jordan Danberry. So, first, before we get into this, I'm going to at least shout out the rest of the guys. And, Derek, what you got on your mind? You know, we in the middle of quarantine, ain't nothing sports related going on. What's up?
Man, just glad I'm still have a job to get paid right now. Just praying for everybody else who, have lost income and hopefully the government, takes care of people with the unemployment.
Good luck with it. All right, Mr. Kendrick Vivians, what's up?
I'm just mad at Derek for biting the bullet and getting a haircut, man. You played us, man. You sold out.
Wait, no. Arthur sold out first,
dog.
man. Arthur sold out first. I've been on here looking like a Chewbacca, you know what I'm saying? So
First of all, y'all already knew. First, I was supposed to go get my brush so I could, because I got bed hair right now, whatever. But y'all already know how I get down. I got to stay fly, so that's just me. Even though when I went to the barbershop, it was like going to a 1920 speakeasy. But they're like, man, park around the side. Then I got there, the door was locked. They had
So you had to sneak in the barbershop. That's
yeah,
what you had to do.
they had black bags over the door and stuff like that. I was like, man, what type of stuff is this? But like
That's
I
how
say,
they do in Jacktown, baby.
oh yeah, you already know how it is. So
Yeah, that's my hometown.
but don't nobody care about us. In the words of David Ruffin, ain't nobody came to see you, Otis. Everybody came to see you. Jordan Danberry. That's who we came to see.
Third.
So the first thing that we gotta do is, just what's on your mind right now?
Well, I'm just I'm waiting on everything to open back up so the world can start moving again. That's the only thing on my mind.
Okay. I mean, I think I hope that's on all of our mind, even though, some people say that this is all a plan by the government, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm going to leave that to Ricardo, who is not here right now. Speaking of which, let me lock this conversation because ain't nobody got time for that. I don't think I'll say that out loud, but not bad. Okay, so the first question.
Gabe's gonna join too now.
Man, them niggas is gonna come like, I shouldn't have said it. I can't even cut that out
We're
because
gonna have to bleep you, Arthur.
Oh well. I said niggas.
Oh man, come on.
Let's just
Ethiopian
keep going,
kings.
bro.
Ethiopian kings, okay? All right, so the real question is the first thing when we started the From the Dog's Mouth is about the process of you coming from, Arkansas, University of Arkansas, to coming to Mississippi State. Kind of like, what was the recruitment thing like? What was it? Why Mississippi State? Like, you came to a SEC West, or what used to be the SEC West. Ralph, what was that process kind of like?
Well, I couldn't start talking to any coaches really until I got released. So once I finished that process, Mississippi State coaches, Coach Harris, kind of reached out to my high school coach, some AAU coaches, and they were kind of, I guess, helping me through the recruiting process. Being that it was in the middle of the season, it was kind of hectic to get in contact with other coaches, everybody preparing for their conference seasons and things of that nature. But they just, they reached out to my high school coach, my AAU coach, and said that they had a spot opening, or they had a spot open, and they wanted me to come take a visit and come check everything out, but they wanted me to transfer there. So Mississippi State is not far from home as well. One of the reasons I chose Arkansas, because I wanted to stay close to home, and that was 2.5 hours away, and Starkville only 5 hours away. So it's not too bad. It's far enough and close enough at the same time. I really liked the coaching staff when I came on my visit, just the people in Starkville in general. I just felt like it was a family environment, family atmosphere. So I was like, why not? Everything seemed right.
Okay. All right. So, I was kind of thinking to myself, on this show, we like to do a lot of Ole Miss shade. So, did Ole Miss attempt to reach out to you? That's technically close to home too.
Ole Miss, it's closer to home actually. They tried to recruit me out of high school, so I really wasn't I really wasn't looking at Ole Miss during that time when I had left Arkansas.
Okay.
So did Mississippi State try to recruit you out of high school as well?
They did. They were actually my third choice between Arkansas and Oklahoma State. Mississippi State was kind of my next choice, but I never did take that official visit really just to see everything. I kind of just stayed home and just went with Arkansas.
Okay.
All right.
So go ahead, Arthur.
Oh, nah, you got it.
So like, you transferred in, of course you can't play. So that's the first season that we made the miracle tournament run and got to the national championship game. So talk about your experiences, practicing with the team, helping the team get ready, and just your experience being with the team during that tournament run.
Just that first, I guess those first couple of weeks, it was hard for me trying to catch up with everybody. Like I said, everybody was preparing for the conference season. So I was really not in the best of shape because I had left the team, left Arkansas way before December, and that's when I had transferred. So just getting into shape and having that mindset that, we're trying to win the championship. I guess I wasn't on the same mindset as them. I was just, trying to come to school and do work and have fun and, graduate. So just that transition during that time was difficult, but I understood my role on the team, which is to make my old teammates better, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I did a pretty good job with that. Got them prepared for a lot of teams and a lot of games. It was exciting, though, to watch them make that run. I remember being in the stands when Morgan hit the shot against UConn, and the whole gym just exploded, really. So the whole arena exploded. So just going back and looking at those times, it was hard, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth it. And the experience afterwards, amazing, really.
So that championship game against South Carolina, I mean, I know we can't go back in time.
Mm-hmm.
Just that, because we lost to those Gamecocks.
Mm-hmm.
So and now the coach of those Gamecocks, former assistant coach, is now our head coach. We'll get into that a little later. So
Mm-hmm.
like, just talk about just that experience with the championship game and coming so close for the first time for our Lady Bulldogs.
Yeah, it's disappointing. You go so far and then you lose in the championship game to a team that you lost other championships to. So it is disappointing, but if you think about it, like that team had 5 first rounders basically going to WNBA. You got Asia Wilson, you got Kayla Davis, Alicia, Ty Harris, Kiki. So you got all those people on one team, and then you have some other great role players. So they had a phenomenal team, and that year the better team won. They won the national championship. They won the SEC championship. So they are a hard team to beat. I was still proud of my teammates though for going out there and fighting and competing and just making it that far anyway.
Now, if it's one player that I was glad to see leave, it was Asia Wilson. I was glad that she was gone.
Yeah.
I was glad to see her leave and go play for the Las Vegas Aces.
Mm-hmm.
So now, the next year, you're getting a chance to play. You're not starting, but you're a vital part of the team. So let's talk about that tournament run, getting your first taste of being playing in the hump, first taste of the Ole Miss rivalry. Let's talk about that season and just finally get a chance to wear the maroon and white of the Mississippi State Bulldogs, Lady Bulldogs.
Well, I was prepared to go into that season actually sitting out the whole season. And this year that I have for my grad year or whatever was supposed to be my original senior season. But we had an injury. We had a couple of injuries, and Coach Schaefer talked to me about pulling my red shirt off in the middle of the season because I had only missed like 10 games, and I was fine with that. I played my role, just kind of still getting used to the system, having to sit out after a year. You have some rest to knock off, but getting back in the system and playing after Morgan and playing after Tori and just watching how they compete every day, especially Dominique Dillingham on the defensive end, just watching them in practice. It really taught me a lot for the next couple of years, and not even just Roe and Morgan and Tori, but the people before them like Chinway, Dom, Katera, just those those two groups alone taught me a lot, and how to be a leader and whatnot. But that run was a great feeling as well. That was my first time playing in the NCAA tournament, and I was excited. I was willing to make the most out of it. And we got to the championship again, and that championship game hurt worse than the South Carolina one against Notre Dame. Just that last second shot. Oh no, I can't get over it.
So, of course, go ahead, Arthur. I know you want to.
No, I was just thinking to myself that she's absolutely positively right that it hurt more, because I was sitting right in this spot that I'm sitting right now, and I saw that girl make that shot, and I sat there and I looked at the TV like this for like 30 minutes, and my girlfriend at the time was looking at me, and she was like, "I think I'm just gonna leave." And I couldn't even say anything. I was just still in shock for like 30 minutes. Like, we really pitched away the national championship game like that, huh? Like, the one person that we knew was going to do this. Like, whatever,
So go and ask your question, Arthur. Go ahead and ask.
I ain't got no question.
Well,
I will ask you for you. Okay, Jordan. So, Itty Bitty gets the ball. She's going half court, or she's going after the ball, and she collides with somebody else.
Right.
She got
foul
tackle.
Or just no call.
That's a definite. It's a foul. That's a game changer, really. At that point in time, the national championship, and you have a player that's anytime it's a collision on the court, the whistle needs to be blown. I feel like, because I feel like that was a clear foul, really, and that foul cost us another foul with Big T fouling out, and them being able to have that last possession. So I really do think it was a missed call, but it's nothing that we could have done about it or could change. The refs made whatever decision they felt was best.
Speaking of foul,
I don't think nobody's on your side on this one, dude.
What are you talking about,
Jordan?
Oh, you tied because I said that, because I'm on the record of saying that I believe that Itty Bitty flopped a little bit. But
she didn't flop. She got football tackle.
That's what he trying to get around to. What you thought?
I asked the question, man.
You thought I'd go back down from that or something like that?
I know you're not. I know you're not.
What I said. And if your cousin didn't stop scoring in the third quarter, we wouldn't have had that problem.
Oh boy!
Here we go. See,
so your cousin. Never mind. I'm gonna leave that alone.
Okay. Speaking of foul, let's go back before that shot. Like, why didn't we just Charles Oakley that lady? Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason, her. Like, don't let her shoot. Just, I mean, if you had a chance, if you won the court, do you think you would have fouled her?
I don't really know. I would have did whatever, Coach Schaefer, whatever the plan was, whatever he felt best was the game plan at that time. I probably would have did the same thing. I don't think too many people were aware of the foul count at that point. It was kind of, I don't know. Everybody was just everywhere, really.
Right. And like I said, two crucial moments, and us Bulldog fans, and of course we know yourself and the Lady Bulldogs, second straight year, we were the, I guess you could say the bridesmaid and not the bride. And then, just talk about just the team, how did y'all bounce back from that to come back the next year and start anew?
Well, we were all hurt. We had Enriel come and transfer, and I feel like that was a big boost. She provided a lot of energy, a good work ethic. She was kind of, a leader, a definite leader, just through examples, I guess, just from practicing hard and things of that nature. But, we knew that if it was to be done, that we thought we were the team to do it. But sadly, we had that run in Oregon, and we got put out of the rest of the tournament. But Coach Schaefer actually says it all the time, that he felt like that team was his best team out of all the three teams that made it. But, yeah, we got ourselves together, went to work. We was tired of losing. We even came up with a couple of slogans. And we just tried to compete every day. And I think that's what we did. We had the largest, I think, win point margin or something like that year. So every time we stepped out on the court, we really dominated every team or tried to. And it's like that's all we could really remember was that Notre Dame game every time we stepped out on the court. Right. And that's just kind of how the season went on.
And then you got your 5th year, and of course, we know what y'all those South Carolina Gamecocks, Lady Gamecocks is in the way again, and then we have the COVID, which stops the NCAA tournament. So let's talk about your mindset first. With you knowing that, hey, you thought you were done last year, you're back for your 5th year, and now something out of everybody's control, kind of ruins your swan song as a Lady Bulldog.
It's a hard feeling. I'm not gonna lie. How it ended, I wish it could have been different. I kind of knew. I'm not gonna say I knew that I was getting my 5th year back, but of course we had started the paperwork and started the process, and I knew about it throughout the whole summer, up until I want to say the day before school actually started, because I was in a master's program, so I was going to continue to go to school and all that. I was still going to take classes regardless if I had got my year back or not. But when I did, it just made everything so much better that I could still play again. I could still play with my teammates again and play for the university and just be in front of those fans and in the crowds and things like that. But when I heard about the coronavirus, I was sad. I was upset a little bit. But just remembering that I wasn't supposed to have this year in the first place. So I'm just grateful for the games that I did get to play. It wasn't like we missed out on half of the season. We only missed out on the tournament. And that's the biggest part, really. That's what we prepare for every year for that tournament. But I'm still thankful. I had my runs in the tournament, fair championship. So I'm just excited, really, to be here and to have done what we already did. And I'm excited to see the next team go out there and play next year.
All right. So, you played Mississippi State basically for 3 years. Coach Schaefer, what's it like playing for a coach like Vic Schaefer?
It could be, it's challenging to any good player or any player that really want to be good or great. You have to be willing to be coached. You have to be disciplined because he's very demanding. So he just wants the best for you, really. He wants you to be great in whatever you do. And you have to accept that, A lot of people want to be average or mediocre and don't really want to put in that, or they say they want to be great and don't really want to put in that work to do it. Well, Coach Schaefer, he going to make you put in that work every day regardless. And it becomes a habit, and it's like second nature. Like, you just have to go hard playing for him because he coaches that way.
Okay, and now the rivalry with South Carolina. I mean, we all know our biggest rival in the ACC is the Rebels, but now they don't win. We
right.
High key trash.
Right.
We have a team that's coached by a legendary player in our own right, Don Staley, just in the way, and they've kind of been a thorn on our side. So let's talk about that rivalry and what's it like trying to play against a team like that?
I think it's a great rivalry. Anybody that's a competitor, they'll love to be in that rivalry. They've won some games. We've won some games. If you look at the history of these two programs, Mississippi State and South Carolina, 5 years ago, they weren't really talked about. Right. They didn't have the arenas feel how they do now, and I just think that's amazing for the players that have played in those gyms, for the game itself, for women, for women's basketball. Like that's just great. That rivalry itself, and I'm happy to be a part of it. And I'm happy that I was able to win against South Carolina. So I think it's something that's going to be beautiful to see really in the next couple of years, especially between Don Staley and the new coach now.
Right. Now, with you coming back for this squad, of course, you came in for your 5th year. You were the elder statesman. Like I'm not anymore. Kendrick is the elder statesman of our podcast now. Arthur. What was it like developing your leadership style, and how did you become more of a leader as far as kind of taking the reins of ensuring that these young Lady Bulldogs stayed the course?
Just really being more vocal I didn't have to really be too vocal in the past couple of years because we have 4 seniors each year really. So being the lone senior, I definitely had to be vocal. I had to be accountable for everybody, whether I wanted to or not, and just making sure that they did the little things outside of the court and showing them the way. Not only did I have to be vocal to them, but I had to make sure I myself was doing it right and that I was being a good example for them. So it helped me grow in a lot of areas personally, as well as just being a leader on the court.
Now,
they're a funny group.
Joe, I want to go and stay right there. Early on at your Mississippi State career, this guy right here was one of those like, man, Jordan, I don't know about that Jordan Danberry. I don't know about her. When you was getting small minutes, you come in, I'm like, man, I ain't no fan. And the more and more you were on the court, I mean, my little group that I have, Mississippi State group that I have, every time you got more minutes, I'm like, guys, I think I'm liking this kid. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, yep, she it. I'm sorry. Talking about, yeah. I mean, yeah, you grew on me like a good fungus. But the thing is, I brought that up just to say, like we're just talking about that leadership role, and you saying you growing and and all that kind of stuff. Was it like you also mentioned about getting comfortable? Was it all about getting comfortable? And did you feel like your game got better in maroon and white as the years went on? Like from what I said, I'm from outside looking in. It's like, oh, she getting better and better and better. And it's just like once you had the control, you like completely like took over, and it was like once the leash was let off, and then we saw, I guess, the real Jordan Danberry.
Well, yeah, I feel like my game got better. They helped develop it. I also feel like that I got more of an opportunity towards the end of the first. I want to say the first or the second time we made it to the Final Four. During that Final Four game against Louisville, I kind of got more of an opportunity, and I kind of just took that from the end of that season into the next season and stayed consistent, stayed in the gym, just trying to be on top of everything and go out there and work hard every day. And like I said, that creates habits, and it just kind of just showed as far as my athletic ability and things of that nature, just kind of came with it.
Well, I'm glad we had you.
Thank you.
Okay, Arthur?
Oh, I'm about to let Ricardo in right quick.
Okay, go ahead and let Ricardo in. So, Ricardo's getting ready to come in. So, Jordan, like, okay, we talked about your leadership. Like you said, you have those young talents. 2 young talents that's going to be leading Lady Bulldogs for the next couple of years is Rakia and Jessica. And 2 young ladies, they were both finalists for the Gillum Award, with Rakia taking it home. What was it like keeping those 2 young ladies, I guess, keeping them on task? Because, when we were watching that overseas tournament, and when we got the silver medal, Rakia did you see the picture of the team when they took the picture for the silver medal?
Yes, I did.
And everybody's smiling except for Rakia. So was she just a game? Just I'm gonna win. If I ain't winning, it ain't me.
Yeah, basically, I mean, she was upset. Anybody would be upset, especially those younger kids coming out of high school. They're used to winning everything. They're used to winning all the championships. So, she was upset, but you would be mad if she wasn't upset. So
right.
I'm glad that she was upset that she lost, and she took that with her into the season.
Right. Is Ricardo coming in?
Man, Ricardo say he coming in. See, this is why I ain't want to let them fools in the first place. But no. No, AJ the bad guy. But you know what? I feel like you've been talking too much. So I'm going to say something, god dang it. Here you go.
There he is. What's up, Ricardo?
His audio connecting.
Okay. That's another one of our co-hosts, Jordan Ricardo Suggs.
How you doing?
Well, he wants to say
How
something
you
now.
doing, man?
Yeah,
How
former
you
pickup
doing?
basketball player.
Hey, man, stop saying that shit, man.
Make me.
That's
How
an
about you?
inside
How
joke.
about
We
you come
like
to
to have
Jackson and make
we
me?
like to have fun on this podcast. So, but
I'll
Ricardo,
beat
you
you in
have
pickup
anything you want to
basketball.
ask Jordan since you're here now?
Let me think.
Man, you should be ready, man.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
While you
But
waiting,
no.
I'm gonna go here. Okay. So
Okay.
the season is over. Jordan, COVID is affecting the season.
Mm-hmm.
You went home, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now, Arthur took his camera off. So now, the tweet that shocked all Bulldog fans, Coach Vic tweeting about the 40 acres
Mm-hmm.
and taking the praise the Lord and go Dogs to them Longhorns.
All
What
right.
was your initial reaction to that? And how do you feel about him leaving? Do you feel like if COVID-19 wouldn't happen, that he would have been all Bulldog in ready to continue moving forward?
I was shocked. I was shocked that he left. I don't really know how to affect the be or how it be now if it wasn't for coronavirus. I don't really think that had too much to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I am happy for him and his family and the coaching staff. I feel like that he gets to go closer to home. Coach Lovato, she gets to move closer to home. Coach Harris gets to go back to Texas. I just feel like it's the assistant coaches, or not the assistant coaches, the GAs and Dom and Katera. They just all get to go back home. So I'm excited for them. I'm excited to see what they do in Texas. Like I said, I was shocked though. I thought he'll be a Bulldog forever, but
Right.
at the end of the day, business is business. So that's all. People got to understand that basketball is a business, and he had to do what was best for his family, really.
Right. Now, there were a number of candidates up for the head coach position. One being an assistant coach, Coach Harris. What were your thoughts on her not getting the job, or did you have any or not?
I didn't really have any thoughts on her not getting a job. I think she was a great candidate. She knows the players, and she's been there. I think she's ready to be a head coach. I guess the AD didn't feel that she was the best fit, and we just have to really accept that decision. I do think that the new coach is a great fit, and she'll be great for the program. I talked to some of my teammates. They love her, they like her, and all that good stuff. So I'm anxious really to see how that goes next season.
Right. Now, of course, we're talking about Coach Nikki McCray Pinson. She's
Mm-hmm.
a basketball legend. Now, Jordan, you've had 2 senior days. If the NCAA decided, you know what, we're going to reward you, we're going to give you another year, would you come back and play for Coach McCray Pinson?
I probably wouldn't. I
You
can't
ready?
do it anymore.
You ready to move forward?
Get
Yeah,
busy
I
living.
gotta keep going. I think I had to be in school again, and I just graduated with my master's, so I think
PhD.
it's time for me. Yeah, see, I can't do that. I'm done.
Dr. Jordan Danberry, does that have a nice ring to it?
It sounds good.
What about on the coaching
Dr.
staff?
Danberry to the cup.
What about on the coaching staff?
On the coaching staff, that's really just up in there. I don't know.
That'd be a grad
I
assistant.
haven't really thought about coaching like that, but it'll be interesting to see.
Now, of course, your Mississippi career is over. We had a WNBA draft. Unfortunately, you were not drafted. So talk about that process, of course, affected by the COVID-19 virus. What did you get a chance to work out for any teams or have any, virtual meetings with any teams that were considering drafting you or signing you?
I didn't get to really work out with anybody, or any of the teams, just because of what was going on. My agent stayed in contact with a lot of coaches, and they were communicating back and forth. But as far as training camps and everything just being so uncertain with the WNBA right now, I didn't really get to do too much.
Okay. So what is life after Mississippi basketball going to look like? Are you going to maybe try to play professional overseas when that opens up, or what's up next for Jordan Danberry?
I got a lot of things on the list I feel like that I just want to do. But right now, I signed with my agent trying to play professionally overseas. I want to one day, you know, have my own business. So I'm going to see how I can start working on that as well.
Right, because that's your major is business economics, correct?
Yes, my undergrad is. My master's is business admin.
Okay.
Oh.
Well, I'm curious, what type of business would you be looking to start?
That is what I'm still working on.
Still trying to find a passion.
Hey, if all else fails, come out with a restaurant where the soup is free, but you pay for the spoons and call it rhythm spoons.
Rhythm spoons. Rhythm spoons.
I'm gonna think about that.
But look, how about this? I've been in the shop. You don't know me from the next man, but I've been in the shop when you were getting your hair slayed and everything. Down in Starkville. You're a different person every game, I think. So what's up with that modeling career? Because I mean, you know what I'm saying, you're different every, like, you like, wait a minute, Jordan, is she going
Afro
to a photo shoot?
Yeah,
wait
the red afro.
That's
the
my
red
favorite
afro.
hairstyle. Y'all like that.
It's something different every time. Your look is intriguing. You gotta be in shape because you're a hooper. You ever thought about a modeling career?
Or fitness
modeling?
modeling?
I have. I've been thinking about it recently. I may tap into that field because I do like changing my hairstyle. I don't know. I feel like being a different person. I don't want to be the same person every game, really, just with my look. So I try to change it up a lot as much as I can.
And so you're gonna get them coins. You're gonna get them coins from modeling. Then start your own modeling agency. That's your business right there.
And
y'all giving me the ideas.
Yeah. Then you can come back and tell us all about it.
I got you.
So if you weren't playing basketball, what sport would you play? Do you think you would play? Because you know a lot of women are playing professional football in the women's professionally. Do you see yourself possibly doing that one day? And if you play football, what would be your position?
If I played football, I would have to be the running back because I don't know. I feel like a lot of people can't catch me really, but I don't want to get tackled at the same time. So I might have to go to the defensive end if I were to play football. But I think if I wasn't playing basketball, I'd be playing softball. Baseball and softball is in my family a lot, especially on my dad's side. We used to play all the time. So I think I'd be doing it.
Right.
I think I can see it. Like with your speed, if you could like put the ball in the play, you know, like be like a slap hitter, I can see you being very successful in that. Coach Vivians used to be the softball coach at Knoxville. What you think about that?
Man, perfect. Listen, I had a girl who couldn't hit water if she fell off a boat. But she was just as fast as she could be. I taught her how to lay it down. I think she scored every time. She lay it down, get on first. I said, listen, once you get on first, I need to see you in 2 pitches. And it works every time. And so she can't, you know, so I mean it's effective. It's very effective. So yes, that's speed kills in softball.
And speaking of which, it's one thing that, you know, while I got Jordan Danberry here, I have to ask about it. We talked about the South Carolina rivalry earlier. Is it me, or did the officiating get like real interesting whenever we played them? I mean, I'm just saying, because it seemed like Asia Wilson was fouling on like every possession, and they never called anything. But Tierra McGowan, you know, every time she get on TV, 6'7", 6'7", 6'7", like if she breathed on somebody, roll it. Chinwe Okori started every game with 2 fouls. I swear to God.
Chinwe was actually fouling though. Chinwe is a fouler.
What about Aaliyah Makaru? She started every game with 2 fouls too. So like, she go in the game for 20 seconds and get 2 fouls.
Yeah, they're definitely aggressive. But as far as the officiating, you know, I feel like the officiating is off every game, really, to me. With everybody we play, I think it's something about Mississippi State sometimes that I don't know.
They don't want to see us win.
RJ, you brought up a name, dog. Why wasn't Matharu getting them minutes though? That's the question.
Y'all asking me? Y'all asking me?
Yeah, it looked like you know, and it's like you know, but you don't want to say nothing. I mean.
No, it wasn't. I mean, it's just Coach Schaefer, he wanted to go with a different lineup, you know. Aaliyah, she's a spark off the bench, but
Very
she's also
much.
young. And you have to really just be in practice every day to really understand the decisions that Coach Schaefer made as far as lineup changes and who he plays. But I feel like he plays the right people when needed. You know, Aaliyah showed up in some big games, especially towards the end of the season. So she earned her spot. She never really quit or gave up. She earned her time, and when she was out there, she performed. So with Coach Schaefer, you have to consistently do that, and you also have to consistently play defense.
Right.
So I guess the lineup that he went with and the people that he went with, he felt like they could get the job done on both ends and were of value.
That was a great team answer, Jordan. By
Well,
the way.
yeah, because no cap, you ain't gotta say it. I say it for you. There was a certain player from overseas who was on the team who I will not name, who gave us absolutely nothing this season, but they were starting the whole time. You know what? Forget it. You know, I feel like Ice Cube. You know, I'm glad y'all set it off. Okay, I mean, she ain't got to say nothing. I'm just putting it out there. I'm like, Aaliyah Matharu goes into the South Carolina game and scores like 13 points in like 6 minutes or something like that, gets pulled out into the end of the game. Then you go put a freshman in to inbound the ball in the last 30 seconds and then be like surprise Pikachu when she turned the ball over. And, you know, I'm going to just put it out there. I've always said that I feel like Coach Schaefer can't coach talent. You know, I feel as though that I'm glad that he went to Texas because he was probably go bungle the talent on the team. That's why Rakia Jackson was over there looking on that Team USA picture. She had that expression on her face like, man, this some old bull.
You making Jordan hide her face, Arthur. Come on, bro.
Jordan, just enjoy the commentary. Don't say nothing.
I feel like she was like Devin on Drumline when he was on the bus looking at Morris Brown practicing, and he was like, well, goddamn, I'm at the wrong school. She was probably looking at South Carolina sideline like on Color Purple.
Oh my God!
Dude, stop! Listen,
Arthur, behave, man.
I'm just saying, and if I was Aaliyah Matharu, I'd have been filing my transfer papers.
I need to mute Arthur, man. Real talk.
I'm just saying, she ain't gotta say nothing. I'm just gonna say, because I feel I'm venting right now. I'm venting my frustrations about the team.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No. Okay, so now.
No.
Ricardo got something to say. Ricardo.
Okay.
He got a question.
Come on, Ricardo.
Well, I got maybe like a 2-part question. I got first question is if what's one of the things that you wish you could go back and do like during your Mississippi State career that you wish you can go back and redo, or do you have any regrets? And second question is out of all the games you played at Mississippi State, which game you wish you could have back?
That's the same question. Never mind.
I need to be hosted so I can mute you. Real talk.
Okay, so
I'm gonna mute myself.
The first question was, do I have any regrets? Really, I don't have any regrets with anything. If it was something that I could change, or was it redo or change my time here?
Redo.
If it was something that I could redo, it would definitely be the Final Four experience. That experience just unmatched, really. Just going to meet with those teams and playing on the biggest stage that you could possibly play on at that level. I just feel like that's a feeling that I'll never forget. I'll never take it for granted or anything like that. I was trying to make it back the last 2 years to the Final Four because I wanted to just experience that again. And what was your second question?
I said the second question was during your career at Mississippi State, like which game you wish that you're like, you know what, let me go play this back again and wish I could have a different outcome?
Definitely the Oregon game. When the Elite Eight game. And I really want to say the first game too, but that Elite Eight game, I definitely wish we could take it back and redo it and do it better and come out with a win, because I feel like we could have competed against those other teams that were in the Final Four and make it to championship third year.
Well, honestly, I feel like y'all were better. Y'all were the better team. Honestly, and then what's that little white girl name? Okasunu, whoever her name was.
The one that
I
ESPN
feel
won't
like
shut up about.
she got off, whatever her name is. She got hot. That's the only reason y'all lost.
First of
I
all,
feel
they
like
made us play as a first seed or whatever seed we was.
Yeah, we were
in
one
freaking
seed.
Oregon. In freaking Oregon. I was
Should have
like,
been in Starkville.
well,
Yeah,
we
so
got
like,
we got that Confederate
they
flag.
did
played
the
on the
team
West
have an
Coast.
opinion on having to play on the road like that, Jordan, with y'all being the high seed?
No, we don't have no say so in none of that.
Okay.
Dude, we're not hosting no tournaments like that, man. Our awesome flag won't let us, dude. Are you
Yeah.
serious?
But
Unfortunately,
I thought that was whack because it's like y'all had to play University of Oregon in Portland, Oregon. It was gonna be a home game, and I was like, I already knew what time it's gonna be with this. But
yeah, it felt like a home game. I mean, their fans was everywhere. The crowd was crazy loud,
those
but
ugly green and yellow colors.
yeah, it was fun playing in that environment though. I definitely want to do it again, but when that time just to shut them up, shut all the fans up. But I like playing in environments like that. I wouldn't want to change it really. I wouldn't want to have it closer to Mississippi like that. I want to beat them in their home court.
Gabe,
okay, see, I like that attitude. She wanna rip their heart out.
Gabe, you have any questions for Jordan? Because you've been awful quiet over there.
Well, I mean, y'all clowning enough, so I don't want to extra clown some more. But Jordan, it's great to meet you. I'm a huge fan of the women's team. I've been following y'all closer than any other sport on campus, believe it or not, including football.
Thank you.
I feel like y'all got robbed of one, not by your own doing, probably by your coach's doing. I don't know if that came up yet or not.
Oh boy.
But we're not gonna go there. I don't know if they've asked you though. Do you have? I mean, you got WNBA dreams, or have they come calling, or what's the deal with that? Because personally, I'm sick of. It seems like they're overlooking guard talent. Based on your height, if you're not 6'1", 6'2", it seems like they just overlooking obvious great guard play. So, have they asked you about that yet, or what?
Yeah, we talked about it briefly. Right now, I'm looking to sign a contract to play overseas, so I'm working on that aspect right now as far as playing at the next level.
Okay. Well, you definitely did your thing on the yard. I just give you your props. So, yeah.
Exactly. All right. We got anything else, Derek?
I just wanted to ask her because Gabe, another one of your questions, Gabe, you wanted to ask her about Sydney Cooks and what she thinks her impact is going to be at Mississippi State.
Oh yeah, I know she played. She played with y'all last summer, and of course, I'm sure she practiced with you a lot. What do you think about her? Because she seems like she's really eager to go out there and do some work based on her social media posts.
Yeah, Sid is
like
gonna. She gonna be big time for this next team, or for this next season. I like practicing with her, playing with her. I wish I could have played with her this year. I like to feed my post players, so I definitely said she could shoot the 3 ball. She could post up. She has all the counter moves in the world to get a bucket anywhere she wants to, really. So I think she's gonna be very versatile. It's gonna be a very hard matchup, really, to guard her. Stick her at the 4 or the 5. So I'm excited to see what Coach McCray does with her and what position she wants to put, how she wants to play her and Jessica. So I think that's gonna be nice.
Yeah,
now,
that post play. Ooh,
I have
them 3.
One question. We know you're known like as a slasher. Like when you had a ball on your hand, you attack the basket and you just shred the defense. But would you have liked to have been able to shoot more threes?
I really
Is that
think.
A part of your?
Yeah, I mean, it was a part of my
that
game.
you need to work on.
It is something that I need to work on. It's something that I need to strengthen. It was a part of my game in high school, but I feel like right now or during my time here in Mississippi State, just because of how our offense was, it was just easy for me to get to the basket. And the shooters that I played with, they kind of spread the floor, and it just made it even and opened up the floor and made it easier for me to attack the rim. So I didn't really take too many threes just because I felt like it wasn't really no point in me just shooting a lot of threes when I could get to the rim at any time. I feel like
the high percentage shot, right?
Yeah, the high percentage shot, definitely.
I want to ask you the uneasy questions though. Now, I've seen Jordan Danberry stand at the 3-point line, and people practice social distancing with her.
Yeah,
and she just stand there. Was that coaching or was that Jordan?
No, that was me. I mean, Coach Schaefer, he doesn't really mind us shooting the ball, but also I want to, as a leader, I just want to continue with the offense, continue to do whatever game plan that Coach Schaefer has, just continue to do that and really just get the high percentage shot with everybody.
I used to fuss at you all the time. I'm like, shoot the goddamn ball.
Yeah.
It's like nobody's about to shoot it. I used to fuss all the time on TV. But again, like you said earlier, we're not in practice. We're not on the sidelines and all that. But sitting at the house watching on TV or sitting in those stands, I'm screaming at Jordan to shoot the ball. But hey, like I say, whatever y'all did worked for y'all though.
Yeah, I mean, we still got the dub, we still got the point. So I really wasn't. I don't feel like I was missing too much out on the 3-point line. But I'm definitely adding that to my game.
Yes, does anybody else have anything for Jordan? Okay, Jordan, you have anything?
You make it. I need the ball. I need the ball $5. That's all.
Jordan, anything you want to say to the Bulldog fans about your run to Mississippi State, and what can they look forward to seeing you? Maybe follow you on social media, or where can they reach out to you? And just if any fans want to keep in touch with now former Lady Bulldog, Mississippi State graduate Jordan Danberry.
I just want to thank all the fans really just for the support, the friendships, the laughters, just the connections and the people that I met throughout my time here. I feel like we're all a big family, really. I feel like Mississippi State and those fans and how they made me feel, I live with that, or I'll have that feeling in my head forever. So, but they can follow me and keep up with me in my life and my journey at Juice with 3 E's 24 and 2 underscores on Instagram and Twitter.
All right. And when we do get back to sports, be it football, basketball, we definitely want to have you back just to talk about what you're going through. And you're a fan now. You're a graduate. So you can criticize. You can be a part of the squad and vent like we can now, you know?
You earned it.
I appreciate that.
One other thing.
Go ahead, Dave.
One other thing, Jordan. You know, like I said, we follow the women's team. I follow the women's team heavier than any other sport. So we really appreciate you coming on. If any of your other, ex teammates want to come on, just let them know. They welcome at any time because we're expecting big things. So, we'd like to be in the little lineup. If we can get in line, get a little bit of an interview. So we appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Jordan one last question from me. Just this going to the life of Jordan, kind of outside of the basketball family, men and women's basketball. Do you all do you have a close relationship to anybody in any other sport at Mississippi State?
In any other sport?
Right. Like, just I know you spend a lot of time with your sisters. And then, y'all cool with your brothers with the basketball squad, but like any football players that you kick it with, or soccer or baseball or anything like that?
I know a couple football players that I kicked it with before, but that's really just it. Because it's really just basketball and football here during the summer, so that's when we really make our connections with people and our friendships. So just basketball, just men's basketball and football.
Okay. Well, I'm done, y'all.
You didn't ever think about trying to go walk on a softball squad?
Nah. Nah. We ain't got enough time for that. We was in practice too much.
Yes, indeed. But we want to thank Jordan for coming on with us. Jordan, keep in touch with us. Check us out. And we'll definitely look to having you back when sports start again. Arthur, go ahead and close us out.
Hey,
thank you.
So to any WNBA teams or foreign basketball teams that's listening, hey, stop playing with her, okay? Stop playing with her. She a slasher. She'll get to the rim. You know what I'm saying? She play defense. She'll take that charge, okay? All right?
First,
so stop playing
off
with her.
The chain.
Hey, check this out. Mid-range jumper. That's all she, she got that, okay? Every time that she took a mid-range jumper, I like,
It
oh,
went
okay.
in.
Yeah, I like, she
It was
got that.
money.
Money.
Mid-range jumper, that's a lost art in basketball. Stop playing with her.
Right.
Why is she at home in, I presume, Arkansas? She needs to be somewhere in Turkey or Italy, somewhere, Israel,
It'll
China.
happen.
Well,
It's
probably
going
not
After the
China
down.
right now.
COVID.
Probably not China right now. You don't want to go
After
to
It's
China.
COVID,
going down.
definitely.
Yeah, but stop playing with her, okay? Sign her, okay? Because we out here, all right? You know what I'm saying? We out here in these streets. But Jordan, it was a blast having you on. I know that you think that I'm probably
The
crazy and the
craziest
rest of us
thing
are
you ever
crazy.
seen.
We not, okay? Well, we are crazy a little bit. But I think that we keep it real, all right? And that makes us endearing to our fan base. But normally I would say, in the words of Vic Schaefer, praise the Lord and go Dogs. But in the words of Will Smith, how come he don't want us no more? But
We got a new coach now. We want to get our catchphrase now. So we're
yeah,
going to find out what Coach McCray Pearson say.
Yeah, we don't know what hers is gonna be. But I've already thought about like Darling Nikki, like the Prince song, but that's probably
Oh,
not the
no.
best one. It's a little
Nah.
yeah. But anyway, let's go ahead and end this thing, and I'm gonna end it like I always do by saying, "Okay, bye."